Hey, I'm Dr. Anthony at Highland Park Animal Hospital here in Dallas, Texas. I'm here to talk to you about the many wonderful benefits of the cold laser therapy that we have here in our hospital. I have my partner and assistant here, JR, who's going to just ask some questions to help me help you, show you those benefits, or tell you more about those benefits here at our hospital.
Dr. Anthony, how is laser therapy used to treat dogs?
Laser therapy has been used here in our hospital for many different ailments. The most common things we use these cold laser therapy for mainly is our surgery. After all of our surgical procedures, if warranted, we use this cold laser on the incision site to help decrease the inflammation and pain associated with the surgery itself, help promote forward blood flow in that area, and help decrease that time for the incision to heal. The other things we use it for are chronic ear infections. Trust me, we see a lot here. So we use that cold laser to help with the inflammation associated with ear infections as well. The other thing is arthritis. A lot of times we use this laser for chronic arthritis, like I said earlier, to help decrease inflammation in that area.
Why should I consider laser therapy for my dog?
Laser therapy is a great additional tool to use with a lot of the medications that we commonly prescribe for some of these diseases. The reason why I really like it, it's relatively quick. We can do a treatment typically between 10 and 15 minutes on your dog. We like to space these treatment out over a number of visits, which we would talk to you about during your exam. And it actually just, without medication, we're helping the body heal itself. That's why I really like it. Relatively low side effects, which we'll talk about here soon. It's a great additional tool for your dog or cat.
What is the difference between the different therapies, and when might the veterinarian recommend them for my dog?
Absolutely. So here at our hospital, we have one type of therapeutic laser, the cold therapeutic laser. Like I said earlier, we use this a lot for our chronic infections, skin infections, ear infections, arthritis, and most of our surgeries. The other type of therapeutic lasers available are typically found in your specialty centers. So if that's warranted for your pet, we would talk to you about referral for those specific types of therapeutics. But here we have that cold laser therapy widely available for all of our patients and clients.
What conditions can laser therapy be used to treat my dog?
Absolutely. The most common reason I use the cold laser here, one being after all my surgeries, or most of my surgeries, unless not warranted, and we'll talk about that here in just a few minutes. So all of my incision sites, I use the cold laser to help with that healing, promote the blood flow into the area, decrease inflammation, help the body heal itself is really what it's doing. Ear infections all the time, especially those chronic ear infections we see here in the great state of Texas. The other thing I use it for, some chronic wound infections. I've actually used it for a dog that had a rattlesnake bite, and we were really struggling with its wound, and we were using that almost on a daily basis, and it is vastly improved. So really happy with that. Other than that, we find some other uses, usually case by case, but we'll talk to you about that if we think it's warranted for your pet.
What can I expect from my dog's laser therapy appointment?
Absolutely. So typically if we're going to set up a session, let's say your dog has arthritis, we have packages here at our hospital, whether that's a package of 7, 10, etc., in which we would help set the dates. So what this would look like, you may come in after we've had our initial appointment and your dog needs a laser therapy. We would bring your dog on back. One of our technicians would perform the laser therapy on your dog, which, like I said, takes anywhere from probably 10 to 15 minutes. After that's done, your dog is good to go home. There's no bandaging involved typically. There's nothing you have to do unless required by your veterinarian. And that's what that looks like. You may be required or asked to come in either every 3 or 4 days, weekly, monthly. Just really depends on what's going on with your dog during that time.
How long will a laser therapy session last for my dog?
Absolutely. So laser therapy is anywhere from typically 5 to 15 minutes. It's really quick and easy for any of members of our staff who are trained in the laser to do.
How many laser therapy sessions will my dog need?
Absolutely, really depends. So some dogs, let's say that chronic ear infection, may just need the one while we're treating the ear infection. Other dogs, chronic arthritis for instance, typically need more. So that's why we have certain package setups at our hospital to help with your dog's specific case, and that's something we would discuss in the exam room of what I personally think your dog would need.
What are the risks of laser therapy?
Great question. So really the risk of laser therapy, one is the big one. If we have any type of cancerous, let's say skin masses that we removed, I don't recommend the laser for those instances. Those are things and decisions that we make and help guide you and let you know, hey, this is not the best time to use the laser. Other things would be they can cause issues if you stare into the light. So we have these really cool special goggles that we put on. So we just don't want to stare into the light. Other than that, it can sometimes maybe cause some skin irritation. Very unlikely. I haven't seen that yet, but anything is possible. The actual little emitter, how this actually works, which I haven't mentioned earlier, is we're sending a certain wavelength of light into the tissues. That specific wavelength, the tissues will respond, the inflamed tissues, for instance, to help that blood flow to go into that area and help remove the inflammatory cells within that specific spot.
How will I know if laser therapy is working for my dog?
Absolutely, great question. So, like I said, it depends on what we're looking at. If it's the arthritis dog, or if your dog has arthritis, you may notice he's walking a little bit better, less of a limp, maybe not holding his leg up as much, getting up the stairs, furniture better. If it's the skin lesion, like I said, that rattlesnake bite dog where we were losing a lot of healthy tissue, or necrotic or dead tissue, we were starting to see healthy tissue in that area, pink tissue, blood flow, things that we would tell you, oh, this looks good, or we need to do a little bit more sessions, or hey, this may not be working for this specific condition. If you have any questions at all about laser therapy here at Highland Park, we'll be more than happy to answer those for you. Please just give us a call and we can make that happen.